Welcome to Terrateam, infrastructure as code CI/CD for teams purpose-built for GitHub. With Terrateam, you can run OpenTofu and Terraform pipelines with enterprise-ready features, including OIDC authentication with major cloud providers, RBAC, drift detection, and more. Terrateam serves as your centralized control center for managing infrastructure as code while never leaving GitHub. There are a lot of great features that set it apart from the competition, so let's hop into a deployment and take a look. So here I've got a pretty basic repository with some Terraform infrastructure. Going to head into a code space to take a look at it. Here is my main.tf, and I want to deploy an S3 bucket to a production and a dev environment, which is perfectly feasible and very simple to do within Terrateam. Now, within the Terrateam configuration file, you can see there are several simple little arguments here. It is capable of creating multiple workspaces and deploying to those. So as you can see, I've got a dev and prod workspace. Everything is authenticated using OIDC. I even have drift enabled. So every time there's a drift within my environment, I will get a notification and an issue will be created. Now within my workflow, I'm able to specify a partial backend configuration. So for my dev, as you can see, I have a different state file for my dev and my prod. Now also within the configuration, you can see we have custom workflows. I'm also able to specify different TF-vars files, which is of course very, very useful for multiple environments. And I've also got this conftest wrapper running, which will run conftest, which will statically check my code against an OPA policy. And I've got that policy here, which will check for null resources. So let's take a look at what exactly Terrateam does when deploying something. So if I just check out my deploy branch, we're here, and this is the infrastructure that I'm going to deploy. Now, once I've deployed, we can take a look at that pull request. As soon as there's a pull request created, it's going to run the plan. Now, the plan, as you can see, is creating a dev workspace and a production workspace, all of which uses the right variables that are specified within those TF-vars files and accesses the proper TF state within the S3 bucket that's been created. I've also got a cost estimation, which of course for S3 buckets is 0 right now. It then gives me the option to run Terrateam apply with a simple comment. Now in this case, I actually had a lock in place. Terrateam is capable of managing those locks so that you don't end up having conflicts within your state. Once that is unlocked, I can then run the Terrateam apply, which applies my dev and production workspaces. Once that's done, I just merge that back into main and everything is good to go. Now let's say I wanted to add a null resource, which that open policy agent file is supposed to block. I can see here I've added a null resource which runs a command I am a malicious script. So if I were to commit that, as you can see here, it runs the plan, and just like so, null resource detected in Terraform plan file, so it has been denied. And this is all run using that conftest wrapper, which is all found within the very simple config.yaml file. Now, as you can see, Terrateam is extremely powerful. Everything is done from right within GitHub. Everything is GitHub native. It has an excellent tagging ability. So as you see, I've got infrastructure dev and infrastructure prod, which looks within the infrastructure directory and then creates workspaces based on those dev and prod tags. I've got drift detection. And on top of that, this is an enterprise product that does offer hosted support, SLAs, and everything else you need to get your enterprise deploying Terraform from within GitHub as quickly as possible with all the bells and whistles. So I hope you enjoyed this quick run through of Terrateam. Thanks for watching.